There's a mimic haunting me. I've gone back and forth on whether or not I should post this. Part of me feels stupid even typing it out, because I know how insane it sounds. Another part of me is terrified that the more I talk about it, the more attention it gets. But I can't keep ignoring it anymore. Something has been following me for over a year now, and lately it feels closer than ever. Before anyone says stress, paranoia, lack of sleep, or mental illness, trust me, I've already tried explaining it away. I wanted a logical answer more than anything. But there are moments in life where your body reacts before your brain can. Moments where every instinct inside you screams that something is deeply wrong. This is one of those moments. About a year ago, my fiancé Frank and I lived in a basement apartment. At first, it was perfect, cozy, affordable, quiet, exactly what we needed. We're both content creators, so having a space where we could work late into the night felt ideal. But after a few months, the atmosphere changed. I can't fully explain it unless you've experienced it yourself. The apartment started feeling heavy, suffocating almost. The kind of place where you walk in after being out all day and instantly feel exhausted. The air felt dense. The rooms felt darker somehow, even during daylight. Frank became irritated more easily. My anxiety got worse. I constantly felt drained no matter how much I slept. It wasn't just depression either. The place felt occupied, like we were sharing it with something we couldn't see. I ignored the feeling for a long time because I didn't want to become that person blaming ghosts for every weird thing. But then the first incident happened. One night, Frank and I were both working late. This was normal for us. He was in his office gaming and editing videos, while I was in mine writing scripts. Frank had a racing simulator set up, and whenever he shifted gears, I could hear the loud metallic clicking through the walls. That sound becomes important later. It was around 1 or 2 a.m., and I was completely locked into my work, headphones off, focused. The kind of focus where even someone talking to you feels annoying. Then my office door slowly creaked open. Not all the way, just enough. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Frank standing there. I remember every detail perfectly: his height, his silhouette, the baseball cap he always wore at night. I didn't fully turn around because I assumed he was about to interrupt me with something random. And honestly, I snapped. "Leave me alone! Not now!" The door immediately shut, and the figure walked away. The second it did, I felt bad. So I called his name. "Frank?" No answer. Then, less than 2 seconds later, I heard the unmistakable sound of gears violently shifting from his racing simulator down the hall, followed by him yelling, "Fuck!" My entire body froze. Not chills, not goosebumps, pure animal fear. Because there was absolutely no possible way he could have been at my office. His simulator setup took time to get in and out of. Steering wheel, pedals, headphones, everything. There's physically no way he could have walked from my office back into the simulator under 2 seconds. I remember staring at my doorway while my heart slammed so hard I could hear it in my ears. I kept calling his name louder and louder until finally, after maybe the 4th time, he walked into my office looking confused and slightly annoyed. "What?" I asked him what he wanted earlier. He blinked. "What are you talking about?" "When you came to my door." His expression immediately changed, confused, genuine confusion. He told me he hadn't left his simulator in almost 20 minutes. I started explaining what I saw, and while I was talking, I could literally feel the blood draining from my face. Frank tried acting calm about it, but I could tell he was unsettled too. The worst part, I know what I saw. People can say maybe it was a shadow, maybe I imagined it, maybe my brain filled in details. No, I saw him standing there, hat and all. That night I barely slept, and things only got worse after that. There were other incidents in that basement apartment. Footsteps, doors opening slightly on their own, hearing movement in rooms that were empty. Once I woke up thinking Frank had climbed into bed beside me, only to realize he was asleep on the couch upstairs. But eventually we moved out. I thought it was over. I really did. Our new apartment is beautiful. 2 floors, huge windows, high ceilings, honestly something out of Gilmore Joe's. My office is upstairs, while Frank's is downstairs beside our bedroom. At first, the new place felt peaceful, until the phantom cat started appearing. That's what we jokingly called it in the beginning, because both of us kept seeing what looked like one of our kittens darting around corners, except when we checked, both cats would already be in another room. Sometimes I'd see a small dark shape run past the hallway. Sometimes Frank would stop mid-sentence and ask, "Did one of the cats just go upstairs?" But the cats themselves started acting strange too. Animals know things. I don't care what anyone says. Our kittens used to follow me everywhere, especially into my office. Now they refuse to stay upstairs at night. Sometimes they'll stand at the doorway, staring into the room with their tails puffed up like they're looking at someone standing beside me. One night, we tried leaving the bedroom door open so they could roam around freely. About 10 minutes later, both cats came sprinting back downstairs in full panic mode. I have never seen animals look that terrified before. Since then, they refuse to go upstairs alone after dark. And honestly, I don't blame them. A few days ago, something happened that brought back the exact same fear I felt in that basement apartment. I was filming a video in my office during the afternoon when I saw someone standing outside our front door through the window. I assumed it was Frank. He'd gone grocery shopping earlier, so I figured he was bringing bags in one at a time. I could clearly make out his figure standing there near the entrance, but he wasn't moving, just standing there, watching. At first, I ignored it because I was recording, but after a minute or two, it started feeling weird. Why wasn't he coming in? So I called him. He answered immediately, and in the background, I could hear loud store noises, shopping carts, people talking over speakers. He was still at the grocery checkout. I stopped filming instantly. When I looked back toward the door, nobody was there. I haven't felt normal since then. Lately, I've been exhausted all the time, drained in a way sleep doesn't fix. My anxiety has become unbearable, and my health has started declining too. I've been dealing with issues that doctors can't fully explain yet, and deep down, I can't stop thinking about how all of this started around the same time it came back. I used to think it was a mimic. Now I think it's something worse, because mimics copy people, but this thing feels like it's learning me, watching me, waiting for me to notice it. And the scariest part, I think it followed us here. So if anyone has experienced something similar or knows what this could be, please tell me.
because I genuinely don't know what to do anymore.